Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Astara, an angelic clairvoyant and communicator, and I want to talk to you about twin flame separation and how the inner child and how to heal it and connect with it can really help you move towards union. So, if you are in a twin flame separation and you're feeling a distance and a silence from your divine counterpart, you know that the message in this video is just for you. So, if you're currently working through a separation where you're having to do lots of inner work, then one of the key overlooked ways of healing yourself is by connecting to the inner child. Actually, I'm kind of shocked that people do inner work and they don't connect to their inner child. It seems like the most obvious place to start. So, the inner child is a sacred aspect of yourself, and it often links to a very pure form of who you are, linking to your star energy. Now, as we know, like twin flames are linked to star frequencies, and there is a lot of I don't know, disruption on those frequencies, distortions, which create distortions around love. And if you are working with your inner child, it will allow your union to realign with your twin and yourself and your higher light. So I want you to kind of find a space inside yourself to listen with receptivity, to allow maybe your inner child to listen. So your twin flame journey is not just about union with the other person. It's not just about union with your twin, although it is about that too. I'm probably one of the few twin flame oracles that really believe that twin flames come together if they can in a life to have an experience together. But your inner child is about being in that connection where you have a union with self, you have a union with source, where you bypass your ego and you connect with the divine blueprint of who you are, who you truly are, beyond your fear, beyond your pain, beyond all the egoic creations that you may have created unknowns to you in your life so far. And the inner child is the purest bridge between your earthly self and your cosmic soul. So it is actually your gateway to star consciousness, the radiant multidimensional essence that you carry within your DNA. The inner child can also be your star child, which is why I called my business and my channel this, because of all the work that I've done with the star child frequency. So just know that most of us are working with some sort of abandonment issues around our inner child. If you've never contacted your inner child or spoken to it or even thought about it, then it's quite possible that part of you might feel abandoned, unheard, and neglected by caregivers growing up. We are growing up in a very distorted reality while here on Earth that's now changing. So, abandoning the inner child and probably abusing the inner child on some level, abandonment, neglect, is all part of many of our soul journeys in this life. And just to know that suppression is also part of that, and also a mistrust of love. So, often people see love as conditional and they fear intimacy. This can come up a lot in the twin flames with the runner chaser dynamic. And there can be a feeling of seeing intimacy and love as conditional. And the fear around it is that somehow if you come into union with love, you also become trapped. And there can be a dynamic of craving love, but also rejecting it and the connection all at once. So this creates a very tricky dynamic to work with. But I want to let you know here that if your twin has gone quiet, or if you're feeling rejected or triggered, then I want you to kind of connect which part of your inner child is feeling unloved right now. Where have I abandoned myself? Or have I just, where have I abandoned the parts of myself that are abandoning me like my twin is? Because your twin is a reflection of you. Your twin is not causing this pain, actually, even though their actions are causing pain on some level, they are reflecting it back to you. And it's about awakening you to yourself and where your pain has been buried in you. And the more you turn inward with gentleness, which is your journey of self-love and knowing yourself, then the more you heal those early heartbreaks that you have had during childhood, sometimes in this life, sometimes in other lives. And the times that you cried, maybe as a child, nobody came forward to care. The moments you needed love and was met with silence or not reciprocated, then the more you begin to restore your ability to heal those parts of yourself by acknowledging them. And this allows you to release any pain from your pain body and to restore your frequency. So the frequency ripples out from you when you do that, and it crosses the timelines across souls, and even your twin will feel it. So even if your twin is silent, disconnected, unaware, they feel your healing. They feel it, it calls to them, they know it. And the stronger your frequency becomes, the more that they feel it and the more that they know it. And the more they feel it and know it, the more they awaken to themselves. So your inner child is very, very special. They're not just carrying pain. I just want to say this now because when you really get into connection with your inner child, you'll realize that it's also holding a lot of truths about you, your joy, your creative energy, your innocence, your original blueprint before the distortions arise. So your light body is where your inner child is, and it's often found in one of your chakras. And when you begin to honor your inner child and listen to them and try to protect them and let them express something to you, then you will have an incredible awakening all of on its own. You will realize that your body is a very special divine temple that holds the inner child, that you are a vessel of capable of anchoring more divine light into the physical world. And this is why on the twin flame journey, it's really important you begin to know this part of yourself because this is the innocent, gentle part of yourself that your twin will understand. And so this twin flame separation isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's preparation and an awakening to become whole, to become love, to restore your birthright, to become who you were before all of this began. So I want to say here that to connect with your twin flame, if they are in some way carrying out a distortion, then sometimes the separation occurs to protect your inner child. Let's say your twin has some sort of narcissistic behaviors, narcissistic traits. Now, that's not to say they're a full-blown narcissist. And if you are in a narcissist empath dynamic, I would encourage you not to work with that as your twin flame. They're probably a top false twin. Your twin flame is a very unique experience and they will never harm you. So they might have a narcissistic trait or two because most people do. We grew up in a narcissistic paradigm of sorts. So it's very important that you find that truth within you. And the best way to do that is by asking your inner child, is that my twin? Is this right for me? And by looking after your inner child, you create a very solid connection that will not lie to you. And so when you ask that questions, when you ask that part of you questions, it will be able to tell you exactly how it feels about a situation with no filter and only truth. So if you are in separation from your twin, part of the inner work, the inner journey that I would suggest to you is to really come into contact with your inner child. And don't do it through force, don't do it through control, but just allow your inner child to express itself and listen to it with receptivity and allow that healing to occur so that it sets up a vibrational resonance with your twin. So I just want you to know here, if you are on this journey, whether you're in contact or you're in separation with your twin, your path is unfolding with divine timing and divine intelligence. And the more you turn inward and heal that inner child, the more you can anchor your light and the more clear your path will be for reunion. And that's within you and then reflected outside of you. So thank you for doing this work. It really matters. It really matters that we're paying attention. And what might seem like a very long work job to do is actually getting faster and quicker, particularly this year. So if you want to work with me, I run Twin Flame workshops online every other month. And I also run Divine Feminine workshops and energy sovereignty courses to help you contact the true sense of yourself and understand your body as an instrument, and also understand how to navigate the twin flame journey so that it really empowers you to become who you were meant to be in your destiny here on earth. So thank you for listening to me today. And I just want you to know you're not alone, that you are deeply loved. The Angelic Council of Light was always saying how deeply loved we are beyond anything we can conceive. So I'm very happy that you spent time with me today. And if you're interested in my work, please go to my Instagram, my website, earthmotherstarchild.co.uk, and book a session with me.